Hmm.
Talking While Playing is live. It's been quite some time since we've done one of these, but it's sort of a quiet Saturday afternoon, so I figured I would do one of these for a game that kind of took me by surprise in a big way. Hyrule Warriors, Legend of Zelda styled Dynasty Warriors type game. Really good. So I have a sordid history with these games because I have quite a few of them. And I don't like most of them. In fact, I would go as far as to say that the grand majority of Musou games are bad. And it's interesting to say that it's interesting to say that because there's a lot of weird stuff with them. My problem is they all seem to follow the same formula. And that formula is run around, run around, kill as many people as possible, and that's about it. It's about like controlling the mayhem that you do to other people or to the world in this situation. But most Musou games don't go beyond that, and that's it. So it's all about getting your kill count up, and maybe you sort of meet a general in the middle of the field and you flail around together, and that's about it. It feels bad. It feels like there's no real responsiveness to the gameplay. That's why this game caught me by surprise. I think this is probably the best Musou game ever made because it is about defense. You still run around. You still, try and get as many kills as you can. Like you try to get your kills into the thousands. You try to still get your rewards in order. But when you meet somebody in a field, when you run up to a general, you can't just jump in their face and flail around and hope to win. All of a sudden it becomes more like a fighting game. You have to stop. You have to be defensive. If they attack you, you have to block. If you attack them, they're going to block. You have to figure out what you're going to do when they hit their like ultimate attacks. It feels really, really good. So I've done most of these. I have a couple hundred hours in this game. I really, really enjoy it. But so, all right, just to show how much content is in this game, just pure content. So when this game first released, it came with the adventure map and the rewards map. And basically, this is the meat and potatoes of the game after you beat the story mode. This is how you do all your unlocks and get all your heart pieces for all your characters. This is where they really grow. As you can see, I have mostly gold on almost all of these. And these are not short missions. These are pretty lengthy. Like the ones that I don't have are like characters that I don't really enjoy using all that much. But there's a lot here. So then later, they put out the Master Quest map, and then the Twilight map, and then the Termina map. And they are all scaled for level. So like this one is like you can jump right in when you get the game. This one I think is like levels like let's say 50 to 70. This one is like level 70 to 90. This one is everything over level 100. And I have done next to nothing in these because they are so difficult. Like they are very, very tough. But that's cool. Like again, a couple hundred hours and I have not seen half of the content this game has. It's huge. It's massive. So let's do one. We'll probably do one that I've already done. But let's see. Yeah, we can do these. I'll just use whoever. Sure. Speedrun. Oh, I have to use Midna. I would rather use a character that I'm not forced to use. Oh, you know what? Let's do an online one. So if you connect your Wii U to the internet, you can do these online ones where you are assisting other characters or other people playing. And you're not really. It's just sort of like puts a spin on the mission proper. And makes it so there is one allied soldier or allied general on your team who is a little bit more competent and like matches what a level, in this case 90, would be. Not really, though. The AI in this game is not great by design. Alright. So I'm using Twilight Midna. Her moveset, I think, is the most fun in the game. It's just so bombastic. Like, they had to make up so much stuff for her because, like, you know, she really doesn't have a role in Twilight Princess other than when she's, you know, on Link's back in the imp form. I already took a hit, didn't I? Oh, that's too bad. Alright, we should stop messing around in this area, though, and just... But again, yeah, so already 150 kills. We need to target the siege captains who are in the upper left, and we should just go straight. There's no mounted stuff in this game. Everybody just runs quickly. Everybody has like a dash. Oh, I need to move. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then, so basically, I dodged his attack and then countered with using the... I guess what the closest thing that you could call a throw in this game. It's like basically after they do a powered up attack, you can dodge, and then a little meter will come up. If you hit them enough times where the meter fills, it does a power attack of your own that they can't block. And when you're as sort of over leveled as I am, you really just sort of kill them almost instantly. I want to take this key because there's a key in here that I'll need later. And if I can take it really quickly, then... Okay. So yeah, we need this ferry, and this ferry will let us unlock the... Oh, we need to go back. This will let us get into a light locked keep. But I've also sort of left this area open. I really shouldn't bother with this, but yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Alright, there's the siege captain. I'll take that hit, that's fine. So I almost countered on that moblin. So yeah, I'll do a counterattack on him. Kill him, maybe get the siege. Yep, got the siege as well. Alright. So he's down, and that will keep him from instantly taking this keep. Yeah, he's kind of... His moveset is a little strange, because it's like... You really have to be out of the way. There we go. I'm not locking on for some reason. Dodge. So yeah, it's not mindless. You just can't mash your way to victory. You have to like stick and move, especially when you start getting to higher levels, and all of a sudden like these like smaller enemies can like basically not one-shot you, but they can do an incredible amount of damage very, very quickly. So like yeah, and that's what all of the other games are missing. Like there's so many, like I played Dynasty Warriors 5 and Dynasty Warriors 6, and it feels so bad playing those games. Just because it feels like there's no consequences. Like they're more about completing areas in a proper amount of time than it is, you know, actually defeating enemies. And like for a game whose main plot point, the box bullet point is murder hundreds of dudes, make them all submit to your might, it feels really bad because like killing that many guys means nothing. I should go south. I'll take this keep and go south. It means nothing when basically it's completely effortless. So another thing this game does that's like really interesting that like almost none of the other games do, is make it so he's gonna die. Well, if he dies, it's not a big deal. I'll still win, but still. It takes the idea of like just being able to destroy anyone and like makes it sort of more of a game than it is in other Warriors types games. Where'd the... okay, we need to... I'll see if I can get down there. I should be able to take this bridge. Yeah, he died. Okay, well, that's not a big deal. They're going... yeah, they're all going into my base. That ain't happening. So instead of going north, I probably should have gone south. Shoot! That move is so cool. It's so good. Her moveset's really cool. Like, for something that they just sort of had to make up, I think it's one of the more fun ones. I think this and the Great Fairy are really fun. Just the Great Fairy is just hard to use. Because she's so big and so slow. Spear. Got that one. We need to get this guy out of here. And then this, our base will be safe. Yeah, 1,000 already. Easy picking. Alright, he's dead. Okay. So their main forces that were attacking our base are now gone. I'm just going to take this base really quick. Save whoever that is. Oh, wait. I thought they said he died. Oh, no, that's just the base. Okay. Oh, I'm not using her special... oh, okay. Well, she's here. Move. Alright. Yeah, so this is an interesting thing, because they have powered up enemies almost everywhere here. Inside our own base. We should just stay here and fight this out. Punch! Okay, I'll take that. Did I kill Dark Cavalry? I don't think I did. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. We have too many dudes. Another platoon got into the base. See, I messed up early, and that let a whole bunch of people get too close to where we were supposed to be. And now I'm playing defensively. And I think that's cool, but that is something distinctively that does not happen in other Dynasty Warriors games. Most of the time it's just a fail state if you just don't go the right way. Like, you can't fight your way back up from nothing. So yeah, like, just player strategy is really important in this game. Dodge that. Just regular attack. Please do a power attack so I can kill you quicker. Wow, he's like canceling his moves. There we go. Cool. Oh wow, they all came in here, huh? Let's corral them up. Use magic. Where's the guy? How's that? Punch. So magic gives you like a very, very, very high damage boost, but it's for a limited time. But you can elongate the time by getting kills while it's active. I'm gonna run out though because there's honestly not a whole lot of people over here. All right, so we got this. We should just take out Dark Menda now, because she probably hasn't moved from here. Nope, she hasn't. She's very low. Darkness. Alright. So she'll retreat, and now they will most likely retreat into their main base. At risk. Probably, well, it's on the way. Why not? I think the big problem here is that this is a speed mission and I am going very slowly. I almost had that and then abandoned it. Should have just finished. So we gotta wait for that. Yeah, I kind of let him get a hit in because I just didn't want to. Oops, I didn't want to cancel my attack string. I really shouldn't be messing around with him. I don't need to fight him. Just in the way. And that's sort of a. I mean, like, there's not to say that I really hate the idea of like missions being more puzzle based on where you need to go and what you need to do. Oh, I need to take that one to the south. I just think there's when that's the hitch of the gameplay, when that is like your loop where it's only speed based or like positional based, like that gets really old really fast. Like you need to have a really strong variety and a really decent fighting system like based around it. And I like, other than like, so Gundam Musou is pretty good about that kind of thing, but not that good. And the only thing it has is like a story mode, and it's not a very good story mode. Really? It's about to drop? We should just, oh, we'll take this really fast. It's fine. They won't be able to stop me from taking this before they take the other one. I'll just unlock the base. You know the keeps had the light lock on it, which means that the main case probably does. Alright, so we have this. We have all four now. Which is successful. Now we just need to take out the boss. Oh yeah, you can see on the map. The enemy's keep is the one that has all the stuff in it. The one that is locked. So I'm just gonna go and activate this now. That's the key. The key is a fairy in a bottle. Yeah, and did it fall? Oh no, I just never took this. I don't really need to take it either, but I'll be able to take this in one combo. And like all like, it's kind of great. Like some of the block strings and or something, not the block strings. Some of the attack strings in this, like they're clearly made for one-on-one combat because they're quicker and they do like not amazing damage, but they do enough damage where it's like you would make somebody back off, opposed to just like the longer like XXXY combos. Use that. Alright, so this place is unlocked. So now I don't get damaged while I'm in here. Just that's what the locks do. So Agatha is, I think, the worst character in the game. She has some pretty interesting like crowd control stuff, but at the same time she is not really good one-on-one. So she's sort of boring to fight when you're doing a lot of missions where you have to take down enemy generals. Like, she feels like the biggest remnant of the older Musou games, where it's just like, all I can do is kill all this fodder. Oops. No, she stopped herself. Back up. Oh, well, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we hit her. Damn that. So yeah, she missed. So I missed. I also missed. So a lot of this is sort of like take a fighting or take a defensive stance, wait for them to activate a bigger attack, dodge, and then counter. And that is a fighting game. And it's really good. Like most games, most Musou games don't even dream of doing that. But then it's like while they're countering, hit them with a counter. That'll take out that bar instantly, and now you can just stack up, you know, specials. That's cool. That's basically a combo. And again, yeah, it's the normal enemy AI is not great, but oop. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Like, it's such a refreshing take on it, and like, so, not Hyrule Warriors. What is it? Ooh, oh wow, I got comboed by. All right, so a small, like a a specialty unit came in and countered me from across the screen. That's interesting. It's alright. It's too late for them to stop me now, but Fire Emblem Musou is coming out pretty soon. And from all of the trailers that I've seen, wow, you're still not dead. From all the trailers that I've seen, it seems like they are just making the same mistakes as those old games. They are making like an old PS2 to PS3 era Dynasty Warriors game. And it boggles my mind because it's like all of the lessons that they seemingly learned from this game are gone. Like, they're not here at all. And it makes no sense to me because, like, I feel like this game took the formula, reinvented it, and made it so clutch. They made it so good. And like it's doing none of the stuff. Like, they're going back to mounted combat. They're going back to like I don't want to say mini missions, but like it feels more like it's more about positioning and what characters you're with. Granted, I guess that's more like Fire Emblem, and they're trying to take a lot of traits from those games. Like, they took a lot of traits from this game. This game has like bosses in the middle of levels, and there's more of a push for getting money than most Dynasty Warriors games. But still, it's like this game did it so well, and it's a real shame that like there's no sequel for this, or the other Musou games that they're making don't have. It's not that great. That's pretty good though. That's also pretty good. Ooh, that's not that good. You can get rid of that. And so yeah, it's all the weapons you get. Oh yeah, yeah. See, it doesn't matter because like, probably one of the things I don't like about this game is how long it takes to do, or to get the things that you find on the battlefield into working condition. Like, for example, here we have let's see, what do I have? Okay, so my main weapon here, the Mirror of Twilight. So it has the legendary stat on it, and basically what that is, it's a random stat that may or may not come on a weapon when you achieve it in the game. And you achieve it by finding them on the field, or by killing bosses, or what have you. You earn them throughout the game. So the legendary slot is this. It's that one that's 2,500. Basically, that means you need to get 2,500 kills in order for that to unlock. Now, farming that kind of thing takes a long time. Like, granted, on the mission that we just fought, we did it really quickly, and we still scored something like 2,500 to 3,000 kills. So, I mean, it's not that bad, but then also think about how long that level took. I think it would be something probably around, how long is this recording? Yeah, we're already around like 26 minutes, something like that. So now we're talking, let's say on average, if you're playing well, a mission takes like between 20 to 25 minutes. Now we're talking about getting 2,500 kills, 3,000 kills per time. That's like 6 hours to get this on one weapon. And there's something like 18 characters in the game. So if you're like really, really like grinding in order to get the weapon, oops, yeah, actually that's fine. Actually, wait, hold on, no. Yeah, that's fine actually. So if you're grinding to get the weapon you really want, you're playing this for a long time and not getting a whole lot of reward. And there's nothing that you can really do. All right, so there are things like XP doublers and weapon item chance ups that you can buy with money, not real money, but in-game money. And it makes things go a little faster, but at the same time, it's like, it's not that much faster. It might be like 1.2 times faster, and you're spending a lot of money in order to get those unlocks going. So it's really tough. It's one of the things I really don't like about this game, how long it takes. So but hey, when people love this game, people love this game. This man right here, King Ben Sr., is level 255. That's as high as you can go. So, if you're really into the game, you're really into the game. Like, I think my highest level is Link, straight up, regular ass Link. And I think that's level 150. And I don't know, like, I feel like I've seen pretty much everything there is to see, and now the difficulty at the higher levels is sort of like, do it again, but now you're worried about like one-hit kills, or you have to babysit characters that have very low HP, and it's not as fun or visceral. Like, I feel the difficulty spike is like really, really extreme. So when this game first came out, the level cap was level 99, and I got there pretty quickly, but just with Link. And then as the DLC maps came out, these other maps, it went up to, I think, 199, and then again to 255 later on. And I just think like the difficulty spike on these DLC maps is like huge. Like, you have to really have all your characters to a very high plateau for you to really get the maximum benefit out of even doing them. And that's really tough. But yeah, it is what it is. Hey, if you love this game, you'll do it. And I do like this game a lot. I don't know if I love it that much, but again, I have a couple hundred hours in it. So let's do one more. Let's see. Boost the morale. Sure, let's do this. Oh my god, I want to use the fairy though. No, that's limited to... Yeah, a lot of these are limited to specific characters, and which makes like... That's not limited. Guardian keeps their life. Okay, that's fine. I think this is actually one of the easier ones, but what was I saying? Yeah, so it's man, and then more DLC came out, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, I would use Toon Link. Yeah, I would use Tetra. This dude is a boat. He is literally a boat that you can play as. And then Medley, I think, needs some work. She's not that great, but it's fine, whatever. But yeah, so let's see. Let's just go through it. So, all right, not 150. My Link is 113, and that's as high as I've gotten anyone. And it's probably as high as I'm going to get anyone. But my Zelda's 106, Ganondorf 85. So when this DLC stuff came out, and it's like the suggested level for a lot of it is like 150, getting all of these guys up to that is really tough. So, for example, and you know what? Let's just do this now. Linkle, sure. When you start, so you can go to the bazaar. This is how you level up your dudes. One of the first things that you can do is go to the training dojo and spend money in order to level them up. So I would say, let's see, we have 1,000,003. So that'll get you up to level 56 right out the bat. Fine, let's do it. All right, we're not going to watch that. So the next level is 78,000. And then the next level after that is another 78,000. Eventually, this is diminishing returns. And eventually getting these guys up to a proper level, like where they can actually take on things that are specific to them in these new maps, is almost impossible. And it's kind of a shame. Now, what I've been told, so there's a port of this game on the 3DS. And what I've been told is that that game circumvents that a little bit and makes it a little easier. The legendary, I don't think is 2,500 kills. I think it's less than that. There are the doublers and the multipliers for leveling your guys up is a little easier. Doesn't quite cost as much. And I was hoping that would come to this version, the Wii U version, but it's not going to. What I do hope happens is that, I don't know, maybe at this point it'll probably be like next year sometime, but they do a Hyrule Warriors 2 that takes all of the innovations that they made for the 3DS version and then puts them in this and just makes it more characters, more levels, more scenarios. Because this game is really good. I like this game a lot. But man, it's a bummer sometimes, like trying to get some of this stuff going. Alright, so let's do one more. This is the Great Fairy, Link's final quote-unquote secret weapon. It's not that secret, it's just hard to get, and it doesn't come up in story mode. You have to do the adventure modes to get it. It's really cool. It's hard to use. I wish it was a little bit more versatile. So basically, you are the Great Fairy. who is basically the goddess of the world, and Link is in the jar that she has. It's cool. It's really neat. Like it's the correct kind of fan service. But yeah, all of her attacks are very, very slow and like not ultra damaging. Like they're okay. On this map, I think we'll end up like destroying everything. Just because like technically this is high level. We should go take out whoever's coming down here. Yeah, let's take out this Lizafos, this lizard man. So I think these are like recommended level 20, and you know Link is 113. So yeah, like one combo, she'll be killing everyone. But yeah, so everybody, all the characters sort of have like a really good crowd clearing move. Hers is that bomb because it does a lot of wide area attacks and then destroys everything. Go away. Let's take out this messenger. Yeah, that's 3 hits and he's dead. Let's see. Let's go get the other one. So it feels like she's moving slow. She's not actually moving that slow. She's just huge. But yeah, I think this is a really cool thing. But yeah, like Hyrule Warriors 2, let's do some Breath of the Wild stuff. Let's get some more characters in. Like, especially with granted, you can't play as any of the new characters that they made for Breath of the Wild, but still, it's like, get those characters in. Why not? It'd be cool. But yeah, it's like, man, like I was not expecting. I wanted this game. I like Legend of Zelda a lot, but I wasn't expected to like this game as much as I did. Oh yeah, the wind fish is here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Oh, you can't see him. I'll do that again. Yeah, like I feel like this is like the. Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say it's the fan service one, and yes, it is the fan service one because it's the giant fairy. You're playing as a giant. Well, in this one, she's not that naked, but in her other, whoops, oh god, I lost myself. In her other costume, she's sort of mostly naked, you know, giantess that you're controlling. But then her moves are like, here's Bombos from Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Here's the Windfish. Here's like basically Naru's flame and. L'Oreal's love and all that stuff. She has all of the god moves, and that's neat. That's really cool. But she's very slow. But I don't know. It's one of these things where it's like, if you really wanted to get, when it's time to like hunker down and really get everything going. Yeah, here we go. Windfish! Missing! Okay. When you get down to the nitty gritty of it all, you probably wouldn't want to use this character or this weapon. She is a weapon. Yeah, so we dominated that super easy. But yeah, it's still neat, and most of the characters have something like this or a move like this that just invokes what you remember about Zelda, and that's cool. That's neat. Capri Pants. Giant One-sama. And Link's so bashful. I don't know. So that's it. I mean, this game is cool. This game, I've sunk a lot of time into. Was not expecting to ever do that, but here we are. Hopefully we'll get another one, but you know, if not, I think this is one of those games that you pick up a Wii U for, or maybe you get the 3DS version, get the new 3DS version, don't get the old 3DS version. This game runs like butt on an old 3DS. But it's like, I want a Switch version of this game. I want to be able to take this with me when I go. I think this is the perfect kind of game where it's like, you know, you do a level on your commute, and then, you know, you roll into the train station and put it back in your bag, and go, and then on the way back, you pull it out, you do another one. It's the perfect kind of game where you can just, you know, play a little bit, like do little chunks of it, and get a lot out of it that way. So I hope it goes to Switch. I don't know. Like, Fire Emblem Musou does nothing for me. I'm not a huge Fire Emblem person. Honestly, I don't. the fact that they've sort of moved away from like all the innovations that this game had that make me think that this is the best Musou game that's ever been made, it bums me out and it makes me not interested in that game. But if they make Hyrule Warriors 2, I will absolutely 100% pick that up because this game's pretty great. All right, that's it. Talking while playing is live. No, sorry. Talking while playing is hard. We're not live. This is canned. This is recorded. I'm in my basement with a mic stand. All right, I'll see you later.